So let's talk about this subway surfing. New Jersey, the state I live in, New York, and a bunch of other states are suing TikTok. So I want to play this video. As a proud parent, this is an interesting subject. I wanted to talk about this.
New York and New Jersey are among more than a dozen states suing TikTok, accusing the popular app of harming and failing to protect young people.
Jessica Moore spoke with a Manhattan mom who knows the dangers of TikTok firsthand.
From a happy kid strumming his guitar to becoming part of a tragic statistic, Zachary Nazario was just 15 years old when he died subway surfing over the Williamsburg Bridge in 2023.
What role do you think TikTok played in Zachary's death?
Oh, a huge role. It was a challenge of subway surfing.
Norma Nazario says she had no idea what her son was watching on TikTok until he died.
It was very heartbreaking and it was devastated. Seeing all the challenges and all the algorithms that he kept on receiving.
Nazario has since sued TikTok and now has some high-powered fellow parents joining the charge, including New Jersey Attorney General Matthew Platkin.
The harm inflicted on our children cannot simply be measured in dollars. Instead, it must be measured in broken relationships, in rates of depression, and in self-harm.
Platkin is among 14 attorneys general from around the country who just filed lawsuits against the social media giant, alleging TikTok intentionally exposes young users to mental and physical risks.
For those who don't know, subway surfing is sometimes called train surfing. It's the act of riding on top of the train or outside of a moving train, right? It's extremely risky, obviously. You can get electrocuted, you can sever limbs. So it was definitely an issue in places like India and Bangladesh initially, where, young men were trying to avoid fares and even get on top of full trains. Videos on TikTok with a younger audience started to really catch on to this. So in 2022, a bunch of videos went viral on TikTok. It's a real life animation of a popular game called Subway Surfers, where characters run on top of moving trains. We got to be honest with ourselves. As parents, I'm a parent. I have two kids. They're much younger than 15. I look at what my kids are watching all the time. My kids are old enough to watch YouTube shorts. I mean, these are the things they like to watch. Kids go online, whether it's on the TV or on their phone, and you really got to talk to your kids and really see what they're into. I mean, I've seen plenty of videos where people do like building jumping, where they kind of jump from one building to the other. And then I've seen crazy videos like that where people do that type of stuff where you could easily die one quick misstep. So the reality is that if we don't pay attention to what our kids are doing, we're ultimately going to look for someone else to blame. We live in a new world, and TikTok isn't going anywhere. YouTube isn't going anywhere. Facebook isn't going anywhere. All these social media apps are not going anywhere. What we have to do is make sure that we really pay attention to what our children are watching. Make sure they're involved in activities if we can get them involved in activities. And that's why a lot of that stuff starts young, because an idle mind, an idle kid is going to find some shit to get into. We got to be honest with ourselves. So, rest in peace to that particular young man they were talking about. And there's been plenty more deaths as far as subway surfing. In my mind, I'm like, I can't understand why anybody would want to do something like that. It just looks ridiculously dangerous. Unless you're like a stuntman, a trained stuntman. But, you got to understand, I mean, kids are influenced by what they see on social media, and at the end of the day, it's not an easy thing. Parenting don't come with a handbook, but I don't think suing TikTok is going to change anything. And honestly, I don't think they'll even win. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Crucial Convo.